Casting spinnerbaits for natives, Rod. Obviously, the most popular lure in America, certainly in fresh water.
And getting close to the same status in Australia, I guess, when you look at bass, fruit, and Murray cod and yellows and so on.
Yeah, they came out here. They're very popular with bass, and took a while to take on with Murray cod, but certainly now a lot of anglers are just using them cast and retrieve for Murray cod.
Absolutely, yeah. But if you want to look back historically, I mean, Vic McChrystal was using head and twin pals back in the Darling River in the mid-60s, so the concept is still, it's a timeless concept, and the spinnerbaits just sort of combined the attributes of a jig with a bladed spinner and arranged them so that you know, the blade flashes and the hook comes riding upwards, and very, very lethal lure.
Obviously this is not a non-standard unit here. Big Harrison modified blade for cod. Yeah,
a bit of bodging going on there. It's just off a forward fender. I've just cut the end and put a little flute there and a little...
Nice and simple. You've got a stinger hook on the back here too, I see.
Yeah.
Connected
just
what, bit of braid or something?
That's it. The Gamakatsu put that out as a single unit.
Okay.
So just sort of put a girth hitch on there and away you go.
So just buy one of these and just sort of add it on the back?
That's correct, yes. Yeah. But a pretty effective arrangement. The good thing about it is that it sinks straight down. I think that's one of the main attributes. And then for the majority of the retrieve, you can hug the bottom. Yeah. Whereas a lure's got to dive down, a bodied lure, hard-bodied diving lure, then it's got to come up. Yep. So only a proportion of your retrieve is in the strike zone, whereas these have you can just slow roll them, hug the bottom, so you're spending more time in the strike zone. Yeah,
look, I love them. I think they're a simple lure to fish. Look, all you really need to do is cast them out, let them sink and just roll them back. I just like that wrist action, roll your wrist on your retrieve.
That's it.
As for spinner blades, blue, catch lots of fish on blue, black. You can have an Indiana blade, Colorado blade. It's obviously a big Colorado, nice and slow.
That's right. Good throb, deep, heavy pulse, and you can get multi blades and or a single. It probably doesn't matter. I think it's much more important to put it in front of a fish that's on guard.
Yeah, a bit of an example here. I'd sort of rank black and blue all into one, and then. Greens and yellows is another selection. And then in here will be a mixture of white and pink. That's right. Bit of stuff like that.
But I think rather than sort of colour code like women's underwear and that, you've got darks, brights, and mediums.
Yeah, exactly.
That's pretty important.
Yep. Okay. Well, as Rod said, with spinnerbaits, there's colour-wise, you've got your darks, your brights, and then your whites. What I call your whites and your pinks. In that, you can get something like a Indiana blades, which require a faster retrieve. Need a bit quicker retrieve to get them spinning. And then you can get your classic Colorado blades, which you can slow right down and they maintain their thump. Now, some days when fish are active, they might be taking a Indiana blade. Other days, like today, I think when we're going to work them deep and slow to cod, you're much better off using a wider action Colorado blade. Again, colour-wise, blues and whites, very, very good colour. Shouldn't be something you're without. There's a nice blue and white with twin Indiana blades. And black works very well. Black and a single Colorado blade. All good spinnerbaits. There's a nice big heavy model, which would be perfect for cod here. And then something about this size you could use on bass. Very, very good on golden perch too, casting from the shore and casting to the shore from the boat. Again, get this one out. A darker green. And of course a combination blade, so you've got a small Colorado and a larger Indiana blade, so you can drop it, prop it, and then just roll it back. All right, well, let's have a go, see if we can get a cod or two.
Get a cuddly, yeah. Another advantage of spinnerbaits is that you can use them in water where a hard-bodied treble-armed lure would just be trouble. They're relatively snag-proof, but not totally immune, and they're pretty good around weeds. You can pull them through weeds. You will get the occasional strand, but by and large they're surprisingly good, which makes them a good choice for conditions where you can't use a treble-armed lure. I like the big single blade. You can see the heavy pulse there, the little wobble that the lure gets up. You can see a little a bit of side wobble, whereas Bill's is much more stable. But again, that's a personal choice, and it all boils down to where you put the thing, and hopefully, well, in front of a hot to trot fish. As with ordinary hard-bodied lures, any one of any number would probably catch that fish. It's just the fact that you had that one on at the time. No one spinnerbait's any better than the other. It's you know, with most of the commercial brands, they're all good quality, will do the job. It's where you put it. Quite remarkable how you can, I mean, that's pretty thick weed down through there, Bill. And you can ride these through. Oh, it's got a little bit, but it's not too much. And the other good thing, mate, your turnaround time. You're not physically handling the lure to remove weed, because it's just a single hook, or maybe with a stinger. Just give it a shake. Years ago, this joint used to be festooned with droppers, roofing nails on every damn tree with a rubber springer on them. But these days, it's all modern sport fishing techniques. I guess those guys are using spinnerbaits. Yes, they are, casting around the timber, modern bait casting rods, and also a very, very strong catch and release ethic. The kill it and fill it mob are still around, but these days so many people are fishing for the experience, and certainly with a Murray cod, it's too valuable a resource to use just the once. You just couldn't enjoy fishing to the extent that we do today with the old stuff of yesteryear, so good to see. Here's a nice little fellow, Bill. Purple, eh? That's a good colour, yeah, okay. Where'd you pin him? Side of a mouth? Nice little fish. They've got a few little grots on him there, a little bit on the tail, but I've seen them thicker than this here, so it does look as if the water quality is improving a little bit. Nice white fin margins. I always tell a fish that's been well photographed to death, those margins go very red. Yeah. It's a dead giveaway. They stressed a little bit. Yeah, nice little fish. Yes, yes. Well done.